Happy Friday. I hope you all had a wonderful week, and I can't wait to share the information that I'm going to be showing you today. So first and foremost, today's episode is going to be a little different than last week's. Pretty much we're still doing Fun in the Sun Friday, however we took things outside and it gave me a little idea. I know a lot of my family and my friends, when they come to visit, a lot of them are under the impression that the only thing to do when you're visiting Vegas is to visit the Strip, and I kind of wanted to do a series within my series to kind of debunk that falseness. There is so much to do with your kids here. There is so much fun stuff, so much free activities, so many cool exhibits and museums and parks, and just so many things to do out here in Vegas with your little ones. So I wanted to go ahead and again start a series within a series, and maybe once a month go and explore one of these major points that I'm going to talk about, and that way you guys, the next time you come to visit, can come check it out. And also, if you happen to be a mom who lives in Las Vegas and might not know about these things, you can also come and watch our episodes and see how much fun it is and take your little ones there too. Today we'll be going over things you could do as a parent of kids in Las Vegas, things you could do as a parent of people visiting Las Vegas, and things you can do in your own local city as well, and how you can find those things for free for the most part. So let's go ahead and get started on that. Okay, so for today's episode, we went to Springs Preserve, which is a place in North Las Vegas. It's a botanical garden, I believe, but it's also a water facility, and it's also a Origin Museum. The Nevada State Museum is right next door, and they have this thing called Boomtown, which is pretty much it's kind of like a showing of how irrigation and water was first brought to Nevada and Vegas when it first became a city. It's all really, really cool, really interesting stuff. But today, in particular, I actually found something on Facebook in one of the mom groups I'm involved in, and they shared it, and pretty much this guy bought out the entire museum for the weekend, and so it was open to the public, and it was really, really a lot of fun. They had music, they had a craft activity station, they have the playground set up, so it was a really fun thing. Like I said already, I found this the Springs Preserve activity for today on Facebook in one of my mom groups that I'm involved in. So I guess that's the first point on how you yourself can find some activities around you, is maybe check and see if your city has a mom group. Just type in moms. If they don't have one, that's fine, but you can also type in your city's name, and for the most part, they usually do have a Facebook for each city. And if not a Facebook, then you can always just go to Google, type in your city's name, type in free activities for kids, and if there's any, they'll pop up. And last but not least, if you can go to your local library, maybe at the beginning of the month or something each month, and pick up one of those parenting magazines, they usually have a good list of handy things you can do over the course of the month with your family. Some of them for free, some of them for discount. And I believe you can also check the newspaper. However, I don't usually do that. I usually just check the library online or on Facebook. So that's my little tip on how to find things in cities near you. Now, as for Nevada, if you are a resident and you have your ID, you do get discounts at just about everything, because Vegas in particular is a tourist spot. We do get a lot of resident discounts, so if you have your Nevada ID, keep that on you at all times, okay? And so anyways, back to today's activity, going to Springs Preserve. The key thing for me is when we go out and do things like this, my main goal is to make sure she explores, to make sure that she gets out there and she uses all of her five senses, that she's engaging, and that she's socially developing, physically developing, emotionally developing, because when you go out and explore and go out to these kinds of events, that's what's happening. So exploring the outside world with supervision, of course, is definitely tapping into your child's emotional development and social development and physical development. And that's one of the key things for me, especially on a weekend, because when your kid is working those large motor skills, you know that they're gonna nap. And who doesn't love nap time? No, but really, they learn more about the world around them. They learn how things work. They learn how to interact with people and how people kind of work in a sense. And exploring is just a really, really important part of childhood in general, but especially as a toddler, when they're in this weird stage between being a baby and being a kid, and they kind of don't really know their place yet. They're not 100% certain of their skills or of how things around them work and what their boundaries are, and they're not really completely sure of everything. They're still so young. And so the more often you're exploring with your toddlers or your kids like this, the quicker they're gonna pick up on some things. And letting kids explore is a really great way to ensure that they're getting their daily amount of activity, because I don't know if you know this already, but it's recommended that toddlers and young kids get at least 30 minutes of instructed, like adult-led playtime in a day, and at least 60 minutes of free play. Exploring also gives toddlers a chance to work on important motor skills, whether it's kicking a ball or climbing stairs. They can persist until they get it right, and they get to keep going. And so not only are they adding skills, but it also boosts their self-confidence. In other words, they're beginning to think, I can do it. I can climb those stairs. I can kick that ball. I can slide down that slide. Things like that. It's boosting your kids' confidence, and it's helping them develop as a little person. Springs Preserve was a really fun thing to do today, and I definitely do want to go back and visit and actually get to go in and film the different activities they have at the Origin Museum and the Nevada Museum and the Waterworks system, and go into the Botanical Garden. But if you can't get around to doing things like that when you're here, or whether you're in your own city, there's always free options, there's always free stuff, and they may seem a little obvious, like going on a picnic, going to the library, going to the park. Any of these things are free, and they're fun, and they're really great ways to spend a good morning outside with your family and with your toddler. And so I really hope that this weekend you can make the conscious effort to go outside with your little one, and to maybe go to the library, go to the park, go have a picnic, maybe fly a kite, ride a bike, I don't know. Have some fun with your kids though, and enjoy doing free activities outside. Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I can't wait to see you on Monday so you guys could see what we're cooking together. And I'll see you soon. Bye! Are you having fun?
Yeah.
What was your favorite part of today?
I love them.
You love them? Let me see it on your face. Ooh, where